What's going on, guys? So there's obviously so much that goes into mixing, and it's so hard to understand everything that we got to do, especially with the amount of different YouTube videos that are and tutorials and etc. etc. All of these things that I'm going to show you in this video are very important. We're going to be going over how to make a 2-track beat a lot more pleasing to listen to, adding more punch to the 2-track beat, more clarity. We're going to be going over mix bus processing and just general things that I do to finalize a mix. When you're mixing a song for an hour, 2 hours, what is some of the general processes or things that you should be doing towards the end of your mix that really help you just finalize it and make sure you know that you're done because you've done these processes now, and this is pretty much as good as you're going to get the mix, at least for today's session, for example. These are things that you should know, and these are the things that I'm going to show you in this video right here. But before we dive into this video, I would like to offer you guys to send in your tracks if you're working on anything new. I would love to hear it and give you some feedback. You can click my link in the description below to upload your tracks, and I will listen to them and give you some feedback, some mixing feedback, as well as just general production feedback on your songs. So click the link in the description below to send your songs. Without further ado, let's dive into this mix. This is Louis Blazes Ubuntu. Peace.
Sonic Gold Productions.
So this beat is already, like, as you can see, it's very limited. It has a limiter on it. There's not too much. The dynamics are squashed, and we want to bring out the dynamics more. So I'm going to use the Smack Attack plugin right on the 2-track instrumental and just try and increase the attacks of the kick and the snare and stuff like that. Get some more dynamic range out of the beat. So that sounds a little bit better on the beat. Let's hear it with all the vocals in.
Like Ubuntu. Reflection, connection, affection. This intersection keeps me excited, extra special. Stress is lessened. Learn the
So I'm gonna give it a little bit more ambiance.
lesson. Count the blessings every day. Let my spirit elevate. Now we see the better way. Let's get up and celebrate. Set your soul free once you feel the beat of this nature that we vibrate. Let go of the things that.
So I think the verse vocal is a little bit dry, right? So I want to add a little bit of a delay on the verse vocal just to give it something interesting. So we're gonna go delay 2. And let's mix in a little bit of this H delay. So here we go.
Reflection, connection, affection. This intersection keeps me excited, extra special. Stress is lessened. Learn the lesson. Count the blessings every day. Let my spirit elevate. Now we see the better way. Let's get up and celebrate.
So I'm hearing like a really cool little slap delay. Kind of gives it a vibe. Let's check it out again.
Reflection, connection, affection. This intersection keeps me excited, extra special. Stress is lessened. Learn the lesson. Count the blessings every day. Let my
Kind of like that. Let's make sure it's tight in the mix.
Decolonize the mind, for the beauty lives inside. We've been blinded by the eye of the evil in disguise. Read between the lines, rewire, desynthesize. Rewriting history now, tomorrow there will be minds. I am because we are, I am because we are. Reach my hand up for the star, we don't feel that far apart. On the day that I depart, please don't have a broken heart. No, I return with the universe, the ending is the start. Set your soul free, once you feel the beat of this nature, then we vibrate. Let go of the things that disrupt the peace acts. What is the price to pay? It's worth everyone to love oneself and everyone to I want to be free and I want you to see you and me like Ubuntu.
I think we need a little bit more clarity in these vocals still. So I'm actually going to add, let's see if we can add some EQ air at the end of my chorus vocal chain. So let's just solo the chorus vocal.
Set your soul free once you feel the beat of this nature, then we vibrate. Let go of the things that disrupt the peace acts. What is the price to pay? It's worth everyone to love oneself and everyone to I want to be free and I want you to see you and me like Ubuntu.
So let's hear how this sounds in the mix of the entire track with the music in it.
Set your soul free once you feel the beat of this nature that we vibrate. Let go of the things that disrupt the peace acts. What is?
So that's sounding pretty nice. I think now I just need to add another de-esser at the end of this whole entire chain. So I'll add another de-esser here. Just to tame a little bit more of the S's. Let's solo the hook one more time and do that.
Set your soul free once you feel the beat of this nature, then we vibrate. Let go of the things that disrupt the peace acts. What is the price to pay? It's worth everyone to love oneself and every
beginning of the chorus. I'm just gonna loop that part.
Set your soul free once you feel the beat of this nature, then we vibrate. Set your soul free once you feel the beat of this nature, then we vibrate. Set your soul free once you feel the beat of this nature, then we vibrate. Set your soul free once you feel the beat of this nature, then we.
So now the S's to me are sounding a little bit more smooth. Let's hear it in the mix. So this is sounding pretty good now. I want to add a compressor at the end in my master though, just to glue everything together. So for that, I'm actually gonna use the Slate Digital VMU compressor. This is kind of like a Fairchild clone. Basically, we just want to glue the vocals more in line with the beat so that they sound cohesive as one unit and not kind of like separated things. So I'm gonna do that now and I'll explain the process of kind of what I did afterward a bit.
Celebrate. Set your soul free once you feel the beat of this nature, then we vibrate. Let go of the things that disrupt the peace acts. What is the price to pay? It's worth everyone to love oneself and everyone to I want to be free and I want you.
Alright, so I got the attack and release how I want it. Basically, I just dialed the threshold way down so I could hear what the compressor was doing. To set the attack and release, we wanted an attack where we could feel the drums and the punch and the hit of the drums come through, and then we also wanted a release that we felt like the music was moving, it wasn't stagnant. And then we set the high pass all the way up. Since the 2-track didn't have much of a kick presence in it, we don't want to be compressing the low end, so we're just gonna set the high pass frequency up to 200 hertz. So that the compressor doesn't act upon anything 200 hertz and below. And now let's dial in the exact threshold and output settings.
Set your soul free once you feel the beat of this nature, then we vibrate. Let go of the things that disrupt the peace acts. What is the price to pay? It's worth everyone to love oneself and everyone to I want to be free and I want you.
don't know if you guys can hear that, but it just added a little bit more of clarity, excitement. Sometimes these glue compressors add a little bit of excitement to it. We're not even boosting back anything much, 0.5 dB, but we're just compressing a little bit. And because of this movement in compression on the master level, it's it's creating this excitement, this edge and flow more so to the music, which is nice. Another thing I really love putting on my master is let's get the Virtual Tape Machine by Slate Digital. Amazing. It just glues everything together for me even more. And I just love the output of anything I do digitally through some kind of tape, whether real or an emulation. I just love that feel and sound. So let's add this to the beat, or the mix as a whole.
Celebrate, set your soul free once you feel the beat of this nature that we vibrate. Let go of the things that disrupt the peace acts. What is the price to pay? It's worth everyone to love oneself and everyone to. I want to be free and I want you to see you and me like Ubuntu. Decolonize the mind, for the beauty lives inside. We've been blinded by the eye of the evil in disguise.
So I think one thing I want to do is add more of an effect on the background vocals for them to fill up just more space in the mix, because there's not that much going on in the mix vocally. So let's see. Let's just solo the chorus section again. But right now we're mainly just focusing on the background vocals, and I just want to make them fill up more space in the mix. So I think we're definitely going to need a new reverb. I'm going to call it Big Verb. I want something that sounds, it's going to sound really just open and big. Let's go to Lexicon, see if we can get a large plate. And let's send this to the Big Verb.
Free. Be vibrate things, peace to pay. Celebrate. Free. Whoa. Be vibrate things, peace. What is the price to pay? 1, 2, 1, 2. Decolonize the mind for the best. Celebrate. Free. Whoa. Be vibrate things, peace. What is the price to pay? 1, 2, 1, 2. I want you. Decolonize the mind for the best. Celebrate. Be vibrate things, peace. What is the price to pay? 1, 2, 1, 2. I want you.
So that's sounding better. I'm looking for this like big echoey, just like reverb in the background. All right, cool. Let's play the whole track from top and just see how we are at. We'll see where we're at. So you got to be careful. As you can hear, I played the track from top. We can hear like a clicking noise, background stuff. So you got to check your tracks for sure for unwanted noises. Sometimes a lot of artists are recording in their room, and you get the space bar tapping sound, so we definitely don't want that. So let's figure out where that is coming from. So it's in these hook tracks here. So let's just bring those up there. Should be gone now.
Set your soul free once you feel the beat of this nature that we vibrate. Let go of the
Alright, so there's this vocal here which I haven't mixed in. Let's see what's going on here. So I think it's meant to be like some background vocal type thing. I just want to make sure that there isn't any reverb. Is there reverb already on the track? Okay, so there is. So let's send that. That's gonna need its own bus. So as you can see, this is why sometimes templates are good when you don't have an idea of kind of where to begin, but when you have an idea of how to use everything, what you're looking for, this is why I like doing everything from scratch. Just because, you know, there's certain oxes. Every session that I'm in is going to need a different amount of oxes, different type of oxes. You can have some of these created, but which will save you some time, but at the end of the day, you're still going to be fitting, you know, a different template, if you will, every single time that you're mixing. So just keep that in mind. So I sent these two tracks to this new aux called back 2, which I can affect them here. I think I'm definitely gonna need auto-tune on these because they're holding some tones. So let's copy that over. Let's hear how this sounds here. I want to add a little bit more brightness to this this bigger reverb I'm using here. I want to like really hear the sound of the reverb as like an effect on the chorus. So let's try.
Set your soul free once you feel the beat of this nature that we vibrate. Let go of the things that disrupt the peace acts. What is the price to pay? Set your soul free once you feel the beat of this nature that we vibrate. Let go of the things that disrupt the peace acts. What is the price to pay? It's worth everyone to love oneself and everyone to. I want to.
So that's sounding nice and clear, the reverb there. I just boosted some high frequencies, but now I just want to make sure the S's aren't getting into the reverb. So I'm going to DS right before the reverb plugin on the bus. So check this out.
Free, be, vibrate, things, peace, to pay.
So now all that, you know, those consonants and stuff won't be in the reverb and making things more brighter than they need to be. Sounding really cool with like the big reverb that I got. Definitely one thing I want to do is I want to add a little bit more low end to the beat itself. One plugin I really love doing that with is this saturator, and it just gets the low end nice and thick in a just pleasant way. So let's listen to more of the mix, but we're focusing on the beat right here.
It's worth everyone to love oneself and everyone to. I want to be free and I want you to see you and me like Ubuntu. Reflection, connection, affection. This intersection keeps me excited, extra special. Stress is lessened, learn the lesson, count the blessings every day.
Let's hear this again when the bass comes in.
Let go of the things that disrupt the peace acts. What is the price to pay? It's worth everyone to love oneself and everyone to. I want to be free.
Sounding good right there. So as you can see here, on the second verse, he did basically a double of his main lead track here. But in the first verse, it was more like in and outs. So if we want to treat this more like a double, let's duplicate this track. Oops, I meant to leave those selected. We want to duplicate this, and we don't want to use that section. And then in this section, we'll just mute that. So here, we'll just call this double. And now we can mix this in, instead of being pan to the right, we can have it mono. And we can mix it in mono straight up and down with the lead here to our left.
Decolonize the mind, for the beauty lives inside. We've been blinded by the eye of the evil in disguise. Read between the lines, rewire, desynthesize, rewriting.
So now we got a double, sound effect. All right, one thing I want to do as well with the beat is I want to see if I can, where's the center plugin? I want to see if I can get more width with the beat. So basically the way you get width is majority of the time you want to have your low end more towards the center, your high end more towards the sides, and you want to push up your sides. You want more sides in the mix. So let's see what we can do here. So that's a little bit better. At least the beat now has more of a stereo image, it's kind of more spread out. So now we can control the entire mix of the vocals, just to see where we're at with where the beat level is. So yeah, let's bring up the vocals to where we feel like they should be. And I'll gauge it based upon the chorus.
Of this nature that we vibrate. Let go of the things that disrupt the peace. Sex, what is the price to pay? It's because we are, I am because we are. Reach my hand up for the stars. We don't feel that far apart. On the day that I depart, please don't have a broken heart. No, I return with the universe. The ending is the start.
So I hope you guys enjoyed that video. I hope you walk away from that video with some new technique or something new that you learned. And the key to all of these videos is make sure that you apply everything that you watch. Don't just watch it, actually go in and do the work and apply. That's how you really, really learn. Leave a comment below. Let me know what you thought of this video. What would you like to see me do next? What would you like to see me talk about, show? What are you struggling with? Is there anything in particular mixing wise or production wise that you're struggling with? Let me know in the comments below. As well as if you're working on any new songs, submit an MP3 to my website by clicking the first link in my bio right below this video. You can submit an MP3 and I will give you some mixing feedback on your latest mix possibly that you're working on. I'll also give you production feedback as well. Whatever you're really looking for, you can send me your tracks and I'll listen to them and give you some great feedback and some tips for improving. The link is in my description below for you to do so. As always, it's such a pleasure making these videos and helping you guys. My name is Princeton Brown again from Sonic Gold Productions, here to turn your music into Sonic Gold. See you guys again for another one. Peace.
Sonic Gold Productions.